this is Evan from Fins and Teeth. Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be reviewing a couple of lures that have brought me a lot of joy and a lot of action over the years in my body of water, which is Lake Champlain. Now I predominantly fish for large, smallmouth, and northern pike, so I know these will work on those species. But that's not to say that some of these lures won't work for other predatory fish. So let's get into it. My first lure here is a Nichols lure, Ben Parker Magnum Flutter spoon. Now this is a large lure. This is a lure that I usually will get northern pike with, but down in southern United States, they catch a lot of largemouth bass in deep water with these. These are a lot of fun to use. It's definitely a technique-driven lure. You're gonna need the right equipment to throw this thing. Being 3 ounces, it's a heavy spoon. So what I usually use is an 8-foot heavy action rod with about 40 to 50 pound braid. I don't even bother with a leader on this because I haven't met a northern pike that could swallow one of these yet. But not to say that it can't happen, but in my body of water, you just don't see that. So what I do with this lure is I throw it as far as I can, let it hit the water. You know, depending on how deep you are, I watch my line, and as it sinks, it'll stop. Now I know that it's on the bottom. I reel in my slack and I lift my rod tip up, which drives the lure up. And then this is where this really comes into play, is it flutters sideways. And then I bring it up and it flutters sideways. So you can cover a lot of water with this, which is great because I'm constantly searching and trying to find where the fish are located. So this is definitely a must-have for your tackle box. This company here, Lucky Craft USA, I've been using for a very long time. These are a fantastic product, and all of their lure options and stuff like that are excellent quality. Excellent hooks, really choice paint jobs on these guys. Now this one happens to be a 2.5 crankbait in the American Shad pattern. This is a great search lure. I like to throw these all over the place. These are attached to one of my rods at all times. If I'm searching, if I'm in spots that are scattered weed beds, rock piles, I'm constantly looking to see if I can find the fish. This will get those fish active. You might get some follows with pike, or you might get some short strike with bass, but that'll tell me that they're in the area, and then I can switch to a different lure to discover what they want and ultimately try to catch them. But this is a staple for my body of water, but I know that this pattern will work on other bodies of water as well. For northern pike, I have found that you can go up a size with these. This is a 2.5, so it kind of is in the middle of the range of these guys. They do make a 3.5. Which I recommend if you know there's larger pike in the area. But give this one a try. And last but not least, probably my favorite lure company of all time. This is a Megabass. This is a Vision 110 jerkbait. For me, I usually use jerkbaits in the early spring for large and smallmouth bass, but I've found over the years that northern pike love these as well. These have the action second to none. When you jerk these and stop them in that column of water, they don't move. They stay neutral buoyancy. These are really cool lures. The only downside to pike fishing with these is the treble hook is a little bit smaller than your normal treble hook, and the hook barb is on the outside of the hook. So these can get kind of in the pike's mouth. And what I mean by that is, as I'm moving that lure, and I stop it, that tends to be where the strike occurs, so the pike will actually overlap the lure, and you'll go to set the hook, but it's very far down their throat. That can be kind of a problem. So what I do is, if I know there's northern pike in the area, what I'll do is I won't pause very long. I'll pause, move, and that way they don't have time to really react and go right over the top of these. Unfortunately for smallmouth, sometimes you have to let it sit in that water column and just twitch it very slowly before they'll react to it. So that it's basically the angler's choice at that point what they want to do with this. But these are very exciting lures, and I'm very happy to show these to you today. The links to these lures are in the description of the video. I hope to see you guys the next time. There'll be lots of these videos coming up in the future. Once again, thank you.